Hi everybody, it's me, Greg Mannarino. How are you today? It is Wednesday, February 11th, 2015. People, let's talk about a few things here because again, if you're paying attention to the mainstream media and the financial channels, they are pushing the narrative harder than ever that we are in a global recovery and the United States economy is booming. Again, nothing could possibly be further from the truth. And I want to cover some basic things to put a perspective on this, because a lot of people out there, unfortunately, have been so brainwashed and so indoctrinated into some type of a twisted paradigm. I really think we need to take action as a whole. And again, if you're a part of my team, and there are a lot of you out there, I'm going to urge you to do a few things. Number one, please hit this like button. Again, at the end of this video, if you agree, and share this video. Again, if you agree that people should understand what's actually going on. So again, the narrative is pretty simple. Everything is great. All over the world, the United States economy is booming. Well, let's just go over some basic concepts and things here. Let's move back in time just a little bit here to the year 2000. You remember that? Not that long ago, 15 years ago. Well, at that time, the population of the United States was roughly 281 million. Of that, 153 million were in the workforce. Fast forward to today, our population has gone up substantially, over 320 million. Well, our workforce is now 148 million. You see, that's a big tell in my opinion. A lot of other things are going on too here. In the year 2000, the national debt was under $6 trillion. Fast forward to today, over 18 trillion, 3 times that. 3 times that. If we follow that trajectory, well, you do the math. And you see where we'll be in a few years. We're not going to make it that far. We are already at a critical point, people. There's no doubt about it. Let's talk about a few other metrics from today, which are frankly disgusting and very sad. 53 million Americans are receiving food stamps. 85 million are on Medicaid. Again, does this sound like a recovery to you? What else is going on? Well, the millennials, some of you out there, continue to be blamed for the housing slowdown that we're in. We just found out a couple weeks ago, new home sales, 20-year low. Well, you millennials out there, you feel guilty about that? Or is it maybe because you can't find meaningful employment enough that you can afford a home, despite record low or near record low interest rates? Again, very frightening, people. Let's talk about a couple of other things. This goes back to some of the numbers I was talking about. Today, despite what they're trying to tell you, the labor force participation rate remains at a 3-decade low. Let's talk about the other metric, which I point to constantly, and that is the money velocity. People, money velocity, the rate at which cash is moving through an economy, is still at a 4-decade low. 4-decade low. I'm still waiting for someone to answer me. How can you have any type of recovery if you have cash that's not moving through an economy? That's here in the United States. So you can clearly see people are very sad. America is failing. If we continue on this trajectory, where do you think we'll be in just a few years from now? Let's talk about some other interesting concepts. Let's talk about the world central banks that have gotten so desperate they continue to slash interest rates and go negative. That's a big tell, people. This debt bubble is cracking. This debt bubble is not just a financial problem. It is a resource issue. And as this unfolds, you can imagine where this is going to go. Let's talk about some other global events. Open your eyes, look around you. What do you see? Wars. Wars breaking out everywhere. Now, let's ponder this for a moment. If, in fact, we were in some type of a global recovery, if the world economies are doing so great and the United States is booming, why are wars breaking out all over the world? Why is the level of discontent in society plunging? Again, against the narrative from the mainstream media. If we were in a global recovery, if things were getting fixed, we would not be seeing a scramble for resources and wars breaking out all over the world. I have to say that the narrative from the mainstream media is pathetic, is absolutely pathetic at this time, and it's more than that. Again, our policymakers are so desperate, so absolutely desperate to keep people again dumbed down and not able to see the truth. That should tell you a lot. If they're out here almost every day talking about how things are doing good, global economy is recovering, don't worry about what's going on in Greece or in Europe or in Asia or anywhere else. No. Don't look over there. Don't even think about it. Just go about your business, go about your day, worry about, nonsensical things. That's it. They want you to look here when you should be looking here, people. Again, critical, all of this stuff here. And again, as I sit here, it pains me to have to say that America is failing along with the rest of the world, people, and mark my words, you millennials especially, as the world moves deeper into armed conflict. Who's going to fight these wars? Old guys like me? No, you are. You are. So open your mouths, get out there, create a voice. It's not so hard. People, I cannot stress this enough. The time is now to get involved. I've been urging you to start your own blog, start conversing with people, get this out there. I cannot stress this enough, because if you don't do this, you're going to wish you did. You're going to wish you did, especially if you're a millennial out there, because all of this is falling on your back. And it's a terrible, terrible thing to have to bear. And all I can say is I'm happy I'm not you right now. That's a fact. As cold as that might sound, I am happy, beyond happy, that I am not a millennial at this point. Because if I were walking into a world like this, I would be very afraid. And I can promise you, I would be opening my mouth. And I hope that's what you're doing. Get involved. The number one way you can do this right now, is hit this like button right down here if you agree with what I'm saying here. Share this video if you agree with what I'm saying here. And I cannot urge you enough, if you're a millennial, get involved right now. Not tomorrow, today. It's that important. Anyway, with that said, I'll see all of you tomorrow. Have a great day.